Today I am going to show you how to make a layout using grid. The layout that I am going to create contains several parts. The first part, the first part is the header part. The second part is the navigation part. The third part is the main content, and we have a sidebar, and here we have a footer. Most of the time the website contains these main parts, and we are going to show you how can we make this layout using grid. Okay, so first we want to have our HTML file. This is the default layout of the HTML that we usually use. Change the title to grid layout, for example, and then the main part of the and now we are going to make our HTML part. The first part is a div, and in this I am going to add the class, and its name is, for example, container. And in this div container I have a header, and I have a navigation bar which is nav tag, and a side one. Also I have my main. As you know, we use these tags for better accessibility of the website. Footer. Okay, the header part, I'm going to add a class named header, and I have a class named nav, and I have a class named sidebar. For the content bar, I have a content, and I have a class named footer. Okay, this is my HTML. So let's add the name. In this way we can find our element easier. Navbar. Okay, and I have a sidebar. I have a content. That's correct. And the footer. So why I cannot see this? Okay, here it is. Our grid layout and header, navbar, sidebar, content, footer. And right now we can see that there's nothing look like this layout that I already showed you, but we need to add our CSS in order to make the content, makes the layout the same as the things that I wrote in the auto draw. Okay, let's add our link to the style sheet which we are going to make, and it is style sheet href, and it is style.css. Close the tag. So let's go to the CSS file. In the CSS file we are going to add several things. First, I want to add some style to the body part. So I write body and the font family is this one, for example, margin 0, padding 0, because the default of the tags have some styles and I want to override them. Display flex, because I want to have all of these in the center of the page. So I want to just use flex, and flex is the best thing in order to center the element. Justify content center, as you see it is now center. Align item center, and I want to add the height 100 ph. Now the content is perfectly centered, and I want to add background color, which background color is something like this. Okay, I have a gray background color. Now let's go to the container. As you may remember, I have a class named container, and it is the class that contains every other element. Okay, this container needs to be flex. It is the parent of our grid child. Sorry, this should be grid. I think I said flex wrongly. Okay, one of the properties that is very used for the grid layout, its name is grid template area. Grid template area, and it's very easy to use. Just we have to imagine our layout and write the name. Let's just do it in order to find how to use it. For example, in this layout you can imagine that it is containing of 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and also we can imagine that it is containing 3 columns. For example, 1 column, 2nd column, 3rd column. And for this we can write that the first row has a header, first row has these 3 header. The second row, again in the quotation, we have nav, nav, nav for the 3 columns. And for the 3rd column we can write content, sidebar, something like this. And for the last one we can say footer. So now we made this, but let's go back to the to our grid part. It's not something that we want to see. Let's just make the for the child of the grid display grid, we need to have this property. The header should have grid area, and just don't use the quotation mark, just write the name that you already had in here. It understand now that this header is related to this part. Let's add some border to just have a better look. Okay, the second one is the nav class, and I think that I use the same name for the class, but it's not related to this. For example, if I had head instead of header, I still have this. So it is related to the grid area name, not the class name. So I have grid area nav, and once again I use border for the debugging only, and I have sidebar and sidebar, and I have content. Let's add the okay, I have a content. You see it's content and sidebar next to each other like the one that we wrote. And for the last part is the footer part. So as you see, it is exactly same as what we wrote in there. Okay, so let's add the grid template row in order to say that the area that we have for this content includes the 100 VH that we already had for the body, and we want that to fill all of the space that it has. For this purpose, we want to use grid template rows, and it have to has we have four rows, so we want to have four different amount of the rows that we want. The auto means that just gets the full space of the rows that we have. Okay, and also 1FR means one fraction. So let's have it. For the rows, for the columns also, we have 3 columns, and we want the first one 1FR, the second one, for example, 3FR, and the third one 1FR. As you know, now we have something like this as we added the column. And also we have the gap. Gap means we have some gap between the grid child, for example 2 pixels. You see the gaps now. And also we need to have the width, because we didn't make our widths in order to have to this this CSS element needs to have the width in order to be shown. So we for example we do 70 view widths. Now you see the width is this much, and the height is 100 VH. As you see now, it contains full of the page, but it is not something that is not seeable, because the footer part was not seeable. I put 80 VH. Now we have the things that we already draw in here. We have the header, navbar, content, sidebar, and the footer. Now I think that these values can have some sense for you. The rows part has auto, auto, 1FR, auto, 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 1FR. 1FR means it contains all of the parts, and the footer and header and navbar contains the space of their own. Let's play a little bit with this. For example, I would put 1FR also in here. Let's see. Now the space contains header as its own space as an element that it needs to have. Footer also like header, but the navbar and content have 1FR and 1FR, which means that we have to divide the space into two equally fractions, and the navbar and content and sidebar parts can fill this space. For example, I would like to add 2FR in here. Now this part needs to be 2 times more than the content and sidebar, or for example 3FR. Now it is 3 times more than that. So let's back to the auto. And also same for the columns. We have 1FR, 3FR, 1FR, as we had 3 columns in the grid template area, and we put 3FR for this content have more space than the sidebar. Okay, now I want to add some extra style to make it a bit more readable and more stylish. Okay, let's add some background color to the container. Background color, for example, it's white. Okay, and now we have our header. Okay, let's add the background color to this one also, for example 4C AF 50, something like this. So okay, this is also a good color. Okay, and also I want to add, for example, color to FFF for the text color. I want the padding for this one, 20 pixel padding, for example. I want to have text align center to put the text center. Usually the header contains the logo, and to just introduce the user, the company, or the website in this way. And also we have navbar. Navbar can have background color to something like 2196, something like this. Okay, and I want to have color also, again white, and padding need to be 20 pixels, something like this. And the navbar is the one that we need to for example, put the about part, put the several different part of the website in here, and we can go through different part of the website using the navbar. And the sidebar can also have some background color. Background color can be something like F4. This one is good. I like these colors. Okay, and also I have some padding for this, also to 20 pixels. And I want to have I just leave the content part white, and also I want to have some padding for this, also 20 pixels. And for the footer background color is something like 333, and the footer usually contains the copyright and these things, and the text outline also need to be center, and the color of the text also needs to be white, and also again the padding part. Okay, this was a simple layout that you can use for the website. Please subscribe and like if you like this content. I will make more video in near future. Thank you. Bye.